Right now, noon, Senate Republicans want to use budget reserves to pay for roads as disagreement on transportation funding continues. And President Trump joins world leaders in remembering those who served in World War II on the eve of the D-Day anniversary.
From the Channel3000.com Alert Center, this is News 3 Now at noon.
Good afternoon, everyone, and thanks for joining us on this Wednesday. I'm Josh Spreiter in for Mark Kane, who's on vacation this week. Finally, sunny and very warm outside with a nice break from this rain. Meteorologist Dave Caulfield here now with your forecast. Hey, Dave.
Hey, Josh. I don't think that rain returns until later on Saturday, so this is an extended period of dry weather on the way to southern Wisconsin, and we're basking in that sunshine right now. Nothing on Doppler track, just some light returns over the last few hours in Iowa, but I don't think we need to worry about that rain anymore. In Madison, looking at mostly sunny skies in the WISC-TV Skycam. Temperatures already into the upper 70s in Madison and in Janesville and in Mineral Point. 74 still in Monroe, but that's still about 15 degrees warmer compared to this time yesterday. Temperatures and winds over the next 12 hours, we should make it into the lower 80s under mostly to partly sunny skies, and then maybe some patchy fog builds in overnight. Really, that's the only thing that we have to talk about because the nice weather continuing into the weekend. I'll let you know when we have to bring those umbrellas out once again in your first alert forecast in just a few minutes.
Nice break for our farmers, though.
Finally, well deserved.
Some good news. All right, Dave, thank you. New at noon, Wisconsin lawmakers can't agree on how to fund the state's transportation needs, so some Republican senators are proposing using $133 million in budget reserves to pay for road repairs. However, those senators say they haven't come to a deal with Assembly Republicans. That means it might not win approval by the Joint Finance Committee.
This plan sends $1 million to each of our 72 counties in the state and provides $1,000 for every mile of town road. With 61,600 town miles in the state, this brings our total proposal to $133.6 million.
Senate Majority Leader Scott Fitzgerald has said Senate Republicans will not raise the gas tax to pay for roads, as Governor Tony Evers wants. The Joint Finance Committee will vote on the road funding tomorrow. Right now at the Capitol, a package of abortion restriction bills is up for a vote in the Senate. One of the bills addresses a rare occurrence where a baby is born alive during an abortion attempt. If a doctor fails to give medical care to the baby, they would face criminal penalties. The Assembly passed that bill and 3 others last month. Republicans hold a 19-14 majority in the Senate. If the bill passes, Governor Evers has vowed to veto them. Today, the Senate plans to pass a bipartisan proposal designed to make it easier for patients to get needed prescription drugs. The measure addresses a process known as step therapy. That's when an insurance company can require a patient to try less expensive treatment options before using more expensive ones originally prescribed by a doctor. The bill would establish a clear appeals process for patients. Next, the bill would have to be approved by the Assembly and Governor Evers. Vice President Mike Pence is expected to deliver a message to Mexico today on behalf of President Trump. Stop the flow of migrants or pay the price. The president wants a 5% tariff on all goods imported in from Mexico starting Monday. The White House says those penalties will be removed if the illegal migration crisis is alleviated. The penalties could rise by 25% by October if that doesn't happen. Republicans on Capitol Hill have warned White House officials they're prepared to act if the tariffs kick in.
Well, there is not much support in my conference for tariffs, that's for sure.
I want to be supportive of the president, but my honest opinion is that the short-term gain is not worth the long-term pain. Now, he sees it differently.
Mexico says it's already trying to stop immigrants from crossing the U.S. border and wants to work with the Trump administration. We have new video this noon of President Trump joining Queen Elizabeth and world leaders on the southern coast of England. This on the eve of the 75th anniversary of D-Day. Troops risked it all to rescue Europe from Nazi Germany. 16 world leaders from every country involved in D-Day paid their respects. But the spotlight was on the more than 300 D-Day veterans.
I was terrified. I think everyone was. You don't show it, but it's there. I look back on it as a big part of my life. It changed me in a way. But I was just a small part in a very big machine.
Queen Elizabeth, who served as a mechanic and truck driver during World War II, thanked the veterans. The solemn ceremony capped off President Trump's 3-day state visit to the United Kingdom as a guest of Britain's royal family. Tomorrow, CBS News will have special D-Day coverage. It will include the commemoration program and President Trump's live address from Normandy. You can watch starting at 4 a.m. right here on News 3 Now. Temperatures could get into the 80s today, and as part of Heat Awareness Week, Ready, Wisconsin is making sure people are prepared to stay safe under the summer sun. If you are outside, remember to wear sunscreen, take breaks in the shade, and stay hydrated. Don't leave children or pets inside the car. At even 80 degrees outside, cars can get dangerously hot within 10 minutes.
When it's hot outside like this, you don't want a tragedy happening just because somebody wants to run around with you in the car. If you can't take a person or a pet inside with you, then it's best not to bring them at all.
You should also keep an eye out for any National Weather Service watches or warnings on hot days. A Madison elementary school is being nationally recognized for being inclusive. Shorewood Elementary will be the third Madison school to receive the National Seal of Excellence from Welcoming Schools. That's a national program helping schools create more respectful and supportive environments for students, staff, and families. It uses professional development, book, and lesson plans focused on family diversity, LGBTQ inclusion, and bullying prevention. On Friday morning, Shorewood School will hold an assembly to celebrate that distinction. Tonight, Golden State hosts the Raptors for Game 3 of the NBA Finals. Right now, the series is tied at 1 win apiece. With the home court advantage, Steph Curry and the Warriors will try to become the first three-peat champions since the Lakers from 2000 to 2002. They will be without Kevin Durant on a calf injury, though. Golden State is still a 4.5 favorite in the latest odds, and that matchup begins tonight at 8. All right, there's more to come on News 3 Now at noon. Let's see what Howard's working on, the Mr. Food Test Kitchen.
Spatchcock. It's a trendy way to prepare chicken. It's also quite tasty. Coming up, I'll show you how easy it is to do at home. Spatchcock. Maybe you've heard the word or seen it on a menu, but have no idea what it means. Well, it's a cooking term that refers to the way to prepare a chicken that makes it super juicy. Let me show you. Here's a whole bone-in chicken, which, by the way, is the cheapest way to buy it. Okay, first we flip it on its breast, and with a pair of poultry shears, remove the backbone. Now, we flip it back over, press down firmly on the breastbone until you hear a crack, and it lays flat like this. That's called spatchcock. Now, you could ask your butcher to do this for you, but either way, the advantage of doing it like this is that it cooks faster. And if you want to turn it while it's cooking, it's easy to do. At this point, we slather it with some softened butter and sprinkle on a few spices before placing it in the oven. After this roasts for a bit, we slather it with bottled barbecue sauce that we fancied up by adding some peach preserves and chopped onion. When it's done, place it on a cutting board and let everyone go to town. It's sure a lot easier to serve like this, and the peachy barbecue sauce adds an incredible flavor. To get the recipe for our barbecue spatchcock chicken, simply head over to our website. I'm Howard with Kelly in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen, where today we found a trendy and juicy way for you to say, ooh, it's so good.
Temperatures could reach the 80s today, and that sunshine should finally stick around for a few days. Some much needed news for farmers. Meteorologist Dave Caulfield will share how long the rain will hold off in your first alert forecast. Keep watching News 3 Now at noon. Welcome back. A California city has become the first to end most tobacco sales, and there's some good news for Nutella fans this noon. Mark Liverman explains in today's Money Watch report.
The Fed says it's ready to consider cutting interest rates. Fed Chair Jerome Powell signaled the central bank will act as appropriate to sustain economic expansion. Powell's comments come amid an escalating trade war with China and Mexico. Stocks closed higher on that news yesterday, marking the best single-day performance since January. Mexican officials are working to persuade the White House that their government has done enough to stem the flow of migrants across the border and avoid looming tariffs. Today, those officials will meet with Vice President Mike Pence. Last week, President Trump announced that he would impose 5% tariffs on all imports from Mexico, rising to as much as 25% later in the year. That is unless Mexico took a harder line. Beverly Hills has become the first American city to end most tobacco sales. Yesterday, the city council voted to stop sales of cigarettes, cigars, other tobacco products, and e-cigarettes starting in 2021. The ban covers sales at gas stations, pharmacies, along with convenience and grocery stores. Hotels, though, are exempt from the ban. And good news for Nutella fans, a worker strike at a big Nutella factory that took a serious toll on production is now over. Almost half of the workers at the world's largest Nutella factory in France were on strike. This came after a showdown over salary negotiations and working conditions. And that's your CBS Money Watch report. For more, head to cbsmoneywatch.com. At the New York Stock Exchange, I'm Mark Liverman.
And let's take a look at Wall Street at the noon hour. The Dow up 172 points, NASDAQ up 34, and S&P up 18. Time now to check in with Q106 Farm Director Pam Yonke. And Pam, it finally seems like we have some good news in the weather department. A few days of some dry stretch of weather, which is awesome.
That's true. Very true, Josh. Although I was surprised. I've been talking with some folks around our Channel 3 viewing area that picked up a lot of rain in the past 12 to 24 hours worth of time. So we still have to tap the brakes as far as full-on field work's concerned. But you're right. The positive outlook as far as weather, not just in Wisconsin, but around the upper Midwest, has markets backed up on its heels just a little bit. With drier conditions that are expected across Iowa, Illinois, Indiana, the possibility that farmers are going to be able to salvage some acres that we thought previously might go unplanted has corn, beans, and wheat trading lower on the midday. There is also that continued anxiety over what's ultimately going to be happening with Mexico starting as soon as next week. That also trickles over to our dairy industry as well. We move quite a bit of cheese into Mexico. We had hoped that those tariffs were going to be released, that we'd be able to salvage some of our relationships that are so valuable with our Mexico trade partners. We just have to kind of wait and see on that one. But like I said, markets on the midday trending a little bit lower. Don't want to forget that we do have another busy dairy weekend coming up this weekend. And I always remind folks, this is a rain or shine situation. Even if there is a sprinkle or a shower or something like that, the morning of your dairy breakfast, still get out there. Just dress for the event. Dane County Breakfast on the Farm at Kleindyke Farms this Saturday down in Brooklyn. We've got the Sauk County Breakfast on the Farm at the Lower Operation in Prairie du Sac, Rock County Breakfast on the Farm at the Kirsten Operation just outside of Janesville, and Lafayette County Fair, our farm dairy breakfast at Cottonwood Dairy by South Wayne. Barrel cheese today up a penny and a half at $1.50. 40-pound block cheese half cent higher at $1.72 and a half. The AA butter up 3 3/4 cents, $2.38 3/4 a pound. So there we go, Josh. And you will be celebrating D-Day tomorrow morning. I'll catch up with the noon show crew tomorrow and see what's happening as far as food news.
All right, Pam. We will see you then. Enjoy that sunshine.
Yep.
Dave Caulfield joins us now with a very warm Wednesday forecast. Almost a little sticky out there. I'm not complaining, just a little warm.
There's always something. There's always something to put in the complaint box. But outside right now, it's tough to complain all that much because temperatures are rising into the lower 80s later today with plenty of sunshine. Last night, though, as those thunderstorms that Pam was talking about were coming through, we were rocking down to Electric Avenue in portions of southern Wisconsin, including Brooklyn. Carol sends in this photo of some great lightning there. Thanks so much for sending this in. Weather at WISC-TV.com if you want to send in your weather photos. Doppler track showing those rounds of showers and storms, really dropping a lot of rain in a short amount of time for some of us. We'll talk about that in a little bit. But the good news is the trend over the last couple of hours has been to get that rain out of here. And I think that trend will continue through Thursday, Friday, and even into much of Saturday. So about 3 to 4 days of dry weather, sign me up for sure. And we do need to kind of dry out a little little bit from the showers and thunderstorms over the last 48 hours in portions of Dane County, about 1 inch to 2 inches of rain. But for our waterlogged friends in Illinois and Iowa, another round of about 2 to 3 inches of rain, locally close to 4 inches of rain. Doppler track, though, is showing that clearing trend. I really don't think we need to worry about that rain anytime soon. On visible cloud track, we're also noticing plenty of sunshine building in across southern Wisconsin as high pressure rescues us from the rain, and that will be around for the next couple of days. Platteville on our Queen Bee Radio Skycam, that is a gorgeous shot at the noon hour on our this tower camera in Platteville. So temperatures right now are in the upper 70s and no 80s showing up just yet, but I think that will change over the next hour or so. As far as temperatures go, we're actually staying pretty close to normal for this time of year, maybe a few degrees above where we should be, but hey, we deserve it. It's been a pretty cool and wet spring. We deserve a couple of days of some warmer weather, and keep in mind temperatures are rising through the 70s on average during this month, and it's usually June is one of our wettest months of the year with about 4.5 inches of rain typically. But I don't think we'll see any of that rain anytime soon. Temperatures in the low 80s for highs today. Maybe some patchy fog overnight with temperatures in the upper 50s. And then for tomorrow, we do get into the actually upper 70s. But keep in mind, we will have high pressure to our east, and that means we will have a bit of a lake breeze for some of us, so definitely cooler near Lake Michigan. 10-day forecast showing those 70s sticking around and the dry weather sticking around into the weekend. Our next chance of showers and storms arrives late on Saturday into early Sunday. So enjoy the sunshine. It finally wants to stick around southern Wisconsin. That is good news for a lot of folks that want to get outside and enjoy the early June weather.
It is nice to see a lot of sunshine on that extended day.
Or you're less busy in the weather department as well.
You guys deserve it. We all do.
Yes.
Thanks, Dave. Still ahead for us at noon, Madison Burger Week kicks off tomorrow. We have Angie Horkin and Chef Sean Fogarty here talking about the Beast Mode Burger. That's after a short break. Stay with us. Welcome back. Madison Burger Week kicks off tomorrow. We have Angie Horkin with the Wisconsin Beef Council and Chef Sean Fogarty with Steambox in Orchard here today, talking a little bit about everything, which, I mean, I think this is like one of our favorite weeks of the year, right?
Oh my gosh, yes. We went and we tried some of them yesterday, sneak peek, and we have really good entries. And the cool thing is it keeps growing. So it's the 3rd annual Madison Burger Week, and we're up to 38 restaurants. So a lot of them here, right here in the city of Madison, but then also, you know, even all of Dane County. So plenty of restaurants to visit. And the restaurants all donate $100 to the River Food Pantry right off the bat, so it's for a great cause. And Bud is a sponsor, so if you buy a Budweiser at a participating restaurant, they're going to also donate $1 per sale too. So it's helping a great cause. So eat burgers for the food pantry.
There you go.
I mean, and tell us about this mouth-watering burger that we see here.
Yeah, so this is our Beast Mode burger for Burger Week. It's our Orchard burger, which we've doubled with animal style. So that's a reference to In-N-Out Burger in California. So my favorite burger. It's wonderful. So we're gonna do a little animal sauce here. This is their secret sauce. This is our best guess as to how they make that. Some fried pickles. Here. This is our bacon jam with caramelized onions.
Bacon jam.
Bacon jam. And then we're gonna do the double burger here.
Oh yes, Beast Mode.
With Raleigh Red Rock cheddar cheese. And that is the Beast Mode.
That is a beast, for sure.
That is our burger for Restaurant Week.
Yeah, so another cool thing about Restaurant Week, or Mad Burger Week, is the diners get to vote. So head out to a restaurant, try the burgers, and you get to vote. So you go to madburgerweek.com and you can vote for your favorite burger. Now you can only vote during the contest. So starting tomorrow through the 13th. So you've got 8 days to head out, try as many burgers as you can. Could do 16 every lunch, every dinner. You could try it.
I mean, that sounds like a plan.
Yeah.
You don't have to tell us twice.
Last year, 2018, we had over 1,000 votes.
Wow.
So yeah, it's a great cause, and then also really nice of all the restaurants like Steambox to step up and help out the food pantry and promote burgers.
Well, very good. We'll get this all up on channel3000.com. Thank you guys so much for coming in.
Absolutely, our pleasure.
And Dave, kind of good grilling weather out there.
Oh, absolutely. The sun is a beast outside with temperatures in the low 80s by later this afternoon. Partly sunny and warm. We'll fall into the 50s overnight. Maybe some patchy fog here and there, but really that's all we need to worry about because the sunshine returns for Thursday and Friday. Temperatures will be in the upper 70s into this weekend.
All right. Thanks for joining us, everyone. Make it a great afternoon.